G'day everybody, welcome back from your nice long weekend. It was Thanksgiving, and I hope everyone's doing well for, what's today, Tuesday afternoon. So I actually made a video yesterday, but I fucked it up again with my video and the whole thing kind of went to shit. But anyway, so a little bit of a repeat from yesterday. But actually on my way to work today, I was about I was right behind a stupid fuck driver, and they ended up clipping a Dodge Ram, and with their tail, like they cut over in front of it, and they're like, so here's what happened. We're driving to work, hardly any traffic on the road because it was so fucking early, and this Dodge was chilling. He was in front of me and over a lane, and I was I'd been maintaining about 5 to 10 seconds behind him the whole way, right? And then this Nissan comes flying up from my lane. I'm not even in the fast lane. I'm like the second fastest lane in the morning because I don't see the point in paying a toll when no one's on the road, right? So I'm in the second fastest lane, and probably going like 75 miles an hour. And the guy goes around me, flies by me, goes around me, gets over, and I don't know what the fuck he was thinking, but he then cut over to the middle lane where looked like he was going to slow down and chill out for a bit. And then when he got in front of the Dodge, he just cut across in front of him. Like, it was almost like erratically cut across in front of him for some reason, and I'm not really sure why. But anyway, cut across in front of him, and the tail of his car, it was a sedan, right? So the trunk or the boot of the car clipped the Dodge's front end, and turned the Nissan into a tailspin, and he probably went like left, right, left, and then flew off the side of the road. And he was probably going the Dodge was going about so he was probably going like 70 miles an hour, 110 k's an hour when he clipped this guy and went into a fishtail and sped off the side of the road. And he's I keep saying that person is very fucking lucky to still be alive. They are very fucking lucky that they didn't kill anyone. And yeah, literally it was just so lucky and fortunate that it was that early in the morning, no one was around, and it was a section of highway where the side of the highway there was a little bit of dead space. There was it sort of dropped off like a culvert style thing, and then went into some trees before hitting like a boundary road. And fuck, man. I mean, and it was like that sounds pretty calm the way I'm telling the story, but I mean, like, he fishtailed, he flew off the side of the road. He might have even clipped the tree because there was a fucking a bumper. He had like the Nissan bumper hanging on the side of the road, and I was just like, as soon as it happened, man, I was just like, you fucking idiot! Like, and I don't get it. I don't understand what the fuck is going through people's head these days, eh? And that poor fucking person driving the Dodge, like they were just cruising, just like I'm doing now, and then some fuckwit just pulls up, clips the fucking nose of his brand new like Dodge Ram. Fortunately, nothing, like the Dodge didn't even like feel it really. It just kept on sort of rolling. But I mean, he eventually, he pulled over, and then some other car pulled over. I guess maybe because they were a witness, they felt like being a good Samaritan or some shit. But yeah, I was just like, what a fucking idiot, man. So luckily no one was hurt, and that was the start of my day. So anyway, that's why I got life insurance. But yeah, getting back to Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving was a really good success, and I hope everyone else was really good too. I was asked if the turkey that I'd been talking about came out decent, and I'm gonna brag and say it was the best fucking turkey I've ever had. We Thanksgiving Eve, I dropped the Traeger over to my in-laws' place, and my brother-in-law was there with his dad, and they were like making stuffing and all that sort of shit for the turkey. And anyway, so I got everything sort of set up. I had to drop the Traeger and then go pick up my daughter. But the boys put the turkey, we were worried about it drying out, right? So we all put our heads together and, well, fuck, let's brine it. So we ended up doing a brine. We ended up soaking the bird overnight in just like water, vinegar, thyme, rosemary, garlic, and what else? Maybe some lemons as well. Yeah, so my brother and my father-in-law did a great job. The bird ended up getting pulled out at maybe 6:30 in the morning, and then I got there and I started fucking big hot tip. So I was really concerned about the breast being dry, right? Because being a 25-pound turkey or a 12.5 kilo fucking chicken, that's just like a huge, like those breasts are massive. And historically, it's just always been so dry. Like, you have to kind of just put it in soup the following week, right? So anyway, I looked online at a couple of people who had separated the skin. So I ended up going in from the arsehole of the turkey and slowly separating the skin from the breast, like where the breast hooks in down its bum, right? And I don't even know if it is its arse, to be perfectly honest. That's just what it looks like when it's lying there. So it's the place where like you fist all the stuffing into it, right? So anyway, so I started there, and I was working my way through the skin, and you know, online the videos show you like people doing it to smaller sized birds, and it looked pretty simple. It was like, you know, you could get your sort of hand and like a little bit of you didn't really have to get your forearm in there, right? Because this fucking turkey was so big, I was legitimately fisting the fuck out of this turkey, and it felt so weird. Like, you get your hand between the skin and the turkey meat, right? And you kind of just, your fingers are all splayed out, so you don't even have the privilege of making a fist and keeping like the main part of your hand free from sinew and slime and stuff like that. It's like fingers are splayed. It's a very it's a pretty wild sensation when you're not used to it, and I would advise not doing it on a hangover, because that would probably be pretty rough. But yeah, long story short, got all the skin separated over the breast and a little bit on the legs and stuff like that, and did a mashed potato style like butter. Like, I just got a whole brick of butter and put it in a bowl with some herbs and spices and stuff like that, and just mushed it all up and made these little balls, or like just like fistfuls of like butter sludgy shit, and yeah, stuffed it under the chicken and then kind of massaged it around, and just to evenly distribute, you know, the butter as best as I could. And man, that fucking thing turned out perfect, eh? It took about 5 hours to cook. We didn't put any stuffing in it because we were afraid it was just going to take too long. But yeah, we cooked it at 325, that's Fahrenheit, not sure what that is in Celsius, but you can look it up. And it took about 5 hours. And no one was there yet, so we then took it off, and we then let it rest for, what was that, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, and then, yeah, and then it rested for 3.5 hours, and it was fucking perfect. So yeah, we'll be doing that again. That was really awesome. But Thanksgiving, so yeah, so that was the end of Thanksgiving, and when Thanksgiving ends, that means Christmas starts, baby. So it is now officially Christmas season, and yeah, man, how fucking good is Christmas season? It's the best. And if you don't like Christmas, go fuck yourself, you're a psycho. But yeah, so got the Christmas decorations out, got the Christmas tree. Went my wife's family does a big sort of annual Christmas tree get together. We go to like the local Christmas tree place, and you know, everyone grabs a Christmas tree and you take photos and all that sort of shit. It's all like fun, and you put it on Christmas cards and calendars and stuff. But over the last couple of years, I've been saying, like, these fucking Christmas trees are getting a bit expensive. Like, we need to look into doing an artificial tree, because it's ridiculous, right? I mean, I think last year was like $90 or $80. Or maybe it was 80, and then with taxes ended up being like $90 for a fucking 6-foot Christmas tree. So this year I was like expecting, you know, probably about $100. And we got there and we're walking around, and there's already not many trees, right? Because we waited a couple of days, and usually people jump on it right after Thanksgiving. But so we got there, and we find a tree, and my little girl's there, and she's like, "Yeah, this tree's so beautiful," and she's like hugging it, and everything's happy. And then I was like, fuck, I need to go. There's got to be a sign somewhere that tells you how much this shit is, right? Because there's all these poles everywhere, like 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 foot. And I found the sign, and it was going to be $120 for a 6-foot tree. And I was just like, what the fuck? $120? Are you fucking kidding me? So I kind of told everyone, I'm like, guys, they want $120 for a 6-foot tree. Like, fuck that. And we kind of started chatting, and then someone had mentioned that, you know, we can leave this place and we'll go to some other place in Oakland. And then all of a sudden I started thinking, you know what, $120? Maybe it's not so bad. Because I really didn't want to spend another fucking hour of my life going into the ghetto of Oakland and trying to find a fucking Christmas tree. So I said, fuck it. I was like, all right, we'll spend $120, like whatever, like, all trying to stay positive. You know, my girl's looking at me like, just stay calm, don't fuck up Christmas again. So anyway, it was all good. So we got the tree, and you know, the bottom of the tree's got all that mangy shit you need to trim off, and then the top of the tree's got like some shit that, you know, ends up being fucking useless. So anyway, they ended up charging us for a fucking 7-foot tree, and then they chopped all the shit off the bottom, and then we had to chop a bit of shit off the top, so it ended up being a 6-foot tree, which we got charged for a 7-foot tree, and it was $140 for a fucking piece of pine that is just gonna drop needles and shit all over my house for the next month, which then I have to clean up and then just throw out. I mean, what the fuck, man? That is absolutely insanity. $140 for a piece of fucking pine. Fuck. Tell you what, all those fucking crackheads that are running around with no teeth in the Christmas tree fucking world, they're onto something. They've figured it out, because that is a absolute bargain. For them, right? Not for us. For us, it's fucked. But those guys, that's how they get their yearly supply of meth. I'm sure of it. Holy fuck, man. But anyway, it was a very pretty tree. And like I said, my daughter was super stoked with it. When I kind of told her that we weren't getting it and that we should go somewhere else, she started crying, and I felt like a piece of shit. So making her happy by getting the Christmas tree made me feel a lot better. So I'm glad I did that. But yeah, next year we're definitely getting an artificial tree. My wife has even agreed to it. So I think I'm actually going to get her, she doesn't listen to this shit anyway, so I think I'm going to get her a artificial Christmas tree for Christmas, right? So that way next year there'll be no fucking ifs, ands, or buts. It'll just be ready to rock and roll, and we don't have to fuck around with ordering it and all that sort of bullshit. So yeah, anyway, that's my plan. I don't know. Maybe she will not be happy getting a Christmas tree for Christmas, but I don't know, we'll find out. Fuck, what else was I going to say? And I noticed yesterday, well, actually, I've been noticing it for a while, but it really started to sink in yesterday. When I recently a lot of our work's been in the South Bay of San Francisco, right? Like San Jose, Sunnyvale, Palo Alto, San Mateo, that sort of techie sort of hub shit, right? That's really blown up over the last 10, 12 years, whatever it's been. I don't know, I think it must have been different before. It had to have been different before the pandemic, or maybe I just didn't notice, but the amount, like all those new commercial buildings that they've built all over the Bay Area, right? Not just in South San Francisco, I'm sure in San Francisco and Oakland as well, like all the new construction that you see that just has like a big fucking billion-dollar company banner stapled on top of it, like Samsung or I don't know, fucking one of those Venmo, or I don't know, LinkedIn, whatever the fuck it is. They must, like, they're all vacant, like they're completely fucking empty. And yeah, I really noticed the other day, there was like it's just these huge glass buildings and these ginormous car parks, and they're just empty. And it's not like one or two, I mean, it's fucking all of them. I don't think I've seen any commercial big new build like property like that that's actually got people and tenants in it. So it's fucking pretty wild. And I'm like, well, I started thinking about it, and then you know, because you get all these social justice fucking heroes saying, well, if you put homeless people in it and it'll save our homeless. It's like, no, you're not going to solve the homeless problem by sticking them in some fucking commercial building, because all those fucking people are going to do is throw feces on the wall and then destroy the fucking joint, and the next thing you know, you've got some multi-fucking $1,000,000 piece of shit that just becomes derelict and then just fucks up the entire neighborhood. So that's not a solution to the problem, people. But yeah, no, it just made me think, like, it must be like a big tax write-off or something. Like if you're earning $1 billion a year in revenue and you want to offset your taxes, you just build skyscrapers, you put your fucking logo on it, and then when they sit there unrented, you can claim it as a loss, right? And then if you're lucky, you then just sell it, or some part of it, or some shit, I'd imagine, right? So I don't know, that's just got me thinking. And like, I mean, I'm not that upset. I've just been paying my bills for the last 10 years doing that sort of shit, so I'm not very, you know, I'm not saying it's I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm just saying it's fucking weird. It's very eerie down there at the moment, so, but whatever. Like I said, keeping us all employed. And then techie stuff, I forgot to mention on the potty with Dicko a couple of weeks back. I know he kind of told everyone, he made everyone think that, you know, like over here, it's, you know, they think about family, which is true. Like, if you're in a Bay Area tech company, you will 100% like that. It's almost like they are obligated to provide you with family time and you know, mental health days and all that sort of shit, right? Like that's why they're so popular. But just to be clear, for everyone else who's not in tech or like biotech, there you go, dumb cunt. Anyone who's not in that situation, it's a fucking hustle. It's a grind. Like I said, I worked Thanksgiving Eve. In the past, I've worked Christmas Eve. I've worked the day after Christmas. Like, one thing is fucking wild over here is I'm talking to everyone who's not living in the United States, is they don't stop for Christmas over here, guys. So like he is fortunate. He works for one of these companies that gives him a lot of time off and all that stuff, because, you know, family and kids and shit, which is awesome. But yeah, for the rest of us, it's a fucking grind. But good on him, man. I think it's the more people that get that sort of shit, the better. Because everyone needs a break, and everyone should be spending time with their loved ones and stuff like that. So yeah, good for him. Anyway, all right, I've been fucking talking absolute nonsense for far too long. I'm getting on 20 minutes, and this motherfucker will take too long to upload otherwise. So I will say peace out, and I will see yous all later in the week. I'm heading to Tahoe at the end of the week, guys, so I might even say good day on the way up to Tahoe to fill in some time. So anyway, all right. Yeah, enjoy the rest of your weeks, and I will speak to you at the end of the week. Peace out. Oh, drive safe. Don't drive like a fuckwit. All right, bye.